Pirates! This is Alex from Yaga, and I'm here today with something different and a little something new for our channel. We're going to start doing these tutorials for leaders that are coming out and basically the introduction to how to play them, and we're going to give you like the list that we're testing and why we're testing them this way. So this is for Usopp. It's a new blue-black leader. Its effect is your cost 2 and greater Dressrosa type characters have +1 cost. It helps you in the mirror with blue, with Gravity Blade. Specifically, it makes some of your characters a little bit harder to bottom deck, and then in black, it just makes the numbers a little bit also higher, so that way they can't just pop your stuff. And then it also has this effect where once per turn, during opponent's turn, basically, if one of your cards would be KO'd, if you have 5 or less cards in your hand, draw a card. So it's really good and has a lot of synergy with cards like Frankie and a lot of your blockers. So that way you always have card advantage and you can protect your life, which is kind of something that you want to do, especially early on in the game. So going into the deck list, we are playing 1 Jozu, 3 Cavendish, 4 Kairos, 3 Sabos, 4 Leos, 4 Rebeccas, 3 Idos, 2 Orlumbus, 4 Bartolomews, 1 Luffy, 2 Rebeccas, 4 of this guy, 3 Frankies, 3 Zoros, 2 Red Rocks, 2 Gravity Blades, 1 of the Gum Gum Kongons, and then 4 of the Stages. The reason why we're playing these ratios is because these cards, while they are very powerful, they kind of have some setup. A lot of lists are playing for Cavendish, but I don't think it's really good to play for Cavendish. When you're looking at your Dawn scenario, if you're going on even curve, you want to play a combination of Leo plus Stage your first turn. Your second turn, you want to summon either a Frankie or a Zoro, depending on what board state is like. Then you're going to be wanting on your 6th Dawn turn, you kind of want to drop Jozu, or you want to drop Orlumbus plus maybe another Searcher or some blockers, and then you want to do that. And then on your 7-8 Dawn is when you want to go summon Rebecca, summon Kairos, summon Cavendish. That's kind of like the line for your, essentially your even curve. On odd curve, it's a little bit kind of the same, where 1, 3, 5 is going to be either Leo, Rebecca, or Stage. And then on your 3 Dawn turn, you do either Leo, Stage, or Rebecca, and then you drop an IDO or IDO. On your 5 Dawn turn, you want to drop either Frankie, Zoro, or Orlumbus. And then on your 7 Dawn turn, you want to go Rebecca plays. The reason why we're playing these ratios is because I feel it's very important to recognize that certain decks are going to be very powerful. Right now, we're in a very, very strong red format. Orlumbus plus Gravity Blade, or Orlumbus plus Jozu outs any 10-drop. This card is the flex spot for the deck with the Jozu. I think these 3 cards are kind of like a flex spot. If you want to change them up, you can, but I firmly believe in order to play this deck efficiently, you need to be playing Orlumbus. His effect is reduce the cost of up to 1 of your opponent's characters by a -4 during this turn, and then trash the top 2 cards of your deck. Then KO 1 of your Dressrosa type characters. You're fine with that because you're loading up the graveyard, and then you're also essentially making something -4. So if you have a Kairos, you can play the Kairos after you go Orlumbus effect. Let's say you can pop like a Leo or something along those ways. You can also go effect of Orlumbus. You can KO your own Frankie, for example, and then Frankie you can summon like a Searcher, and then you can use like Leo or Rebecca to like fix your hand and hopefully get either Cavendish or Kairos or something that can like basically make your Rebecca more alive. Or you can always add the Zoro and pop something. So Orlumbus is very, very strong. The rest of this is very standard. 2k counter, 2k counter plus blocker, 2k counter also -3. So a lot of this stuff is going to be very basic. As far as like the list goes, it's just the ratios. This is the ratios I've settled on, and we're going to get into some gameplay so that way I can show you how this deck works. So here we are, Usopp into Lem. We always want to go first. First is always key in this. We already see our combos, and we see a Gravity Blade. So this is definitely a keep, because we can play this out and then block, and then on our 5 Dawn turn, we play this out. So we're in a good spot. Unfortunately, we didn't see Stage, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about that. But double Gravity Blade is pretty good. So then we just swing 5, play the Bart, pass. She swings, we definitely block, get our free card. Get the free card. Ooh, that's pretty good. I don't think they have a lot of removal. So I do believe in this scenario, we go ahead and we do. I would love to swing and get a card out of hand, but I think in this scenario, honestly, we're gonna keep it as a counter. We're just gonna go for card rip, which means we're gonna go here, do that, and then we're gonna go ahead and summon the Orlumbus. Yep. And next turn we may Gravity Blade, depending on what the situation of the board is like. If it's a little too wide for our liking, then we're definitely gonna Gravity Blade. But more than likely, it's just always better just to go this, into this. See what Liv does. She's thinking pretty hard. Counter for that. Unfortunate is what it is. That's a good card. Freezes. Unfortunate. That was actually really unfortunate. Frankie into that to draw a card. That can bring out that. Need the 2K, unironically. And then we just do this. Swing 6 here. And then we play the Cav. Hand's a little bricky, but it is what it is. Nothing you can change about that. It's card games. But I think we're fine. We're at 4 life. He plays that into that. Yeah, next turn is definitely Gravity Blade. I don't think I can, unless I see stage, I have to go Gravity Blade, which is fine. He wants to swing 7. We're gonna take the 7. This is great, but not in this scenario. We are gonna pitch a Rebecca for this. You want to swing 7. We take that. Ooh, okay. So this is what I mean by now we have options. Unfortunately, we are in this scenario where we kind of have to go. We got a bomb deck. We probably got a bomb deck. These two. We can sing 6 here, 7 there, and that should clear board. And then next turn is when we start doing stuff. Yep, I like that play. So we're gonna bomb deck this. We're gonna bomb deck this, and then we're gonna swing 6 here, and then we're gonna swing 7 here. We're gonna draw 2. We got discard. In this scenario, we're gonna. Oh, he just concedes. Yeah, so that's a perfect example of like how strong Gravity Blade can be. It solves the scenario in all situations. So he's going first. This is going to be our matchup into this guy. Low key, it's not the worst. We can swing into his board with this. So honestly, we mulligan. Much better. Much better. We're gonna make it a little bit awkward for him. We're gonna do this. So now if he does use this effect, we're just gonna use. Honestly, we're just gonna probably counter it. This will never resolve. So what we're gonna do is, if he swings 5, we do this. Swing 7, we have to take. And then from here, what we're gonna do is we're just honestly gonna play one of these, swing into this, call it a day. Frankie's good. It will revive it next turn, which is really nice. Or Lumbus is really, really good. We need a Gravity Blade though. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go here, swing 3. So that way, if he kills it, we can revive it with Frankie next turn. At 5 Dawn, he can go Kuzan. I'm half tempted to counter these two to preserve it. And then see if we can drop the Olympus, see what he wants. He's doing that, which is kind of awkward, I guess. Oh, I see. Yeah, he wants to do that. It's fine. Then we just do that. And then next turn, we're able to just drop this, start swinging to his board. I don't know why you would do that. I'm gonna be honest, buddy. We just do this, swing here. We do that. He's gonna do that. Get a search. We're gonna play the Frankie. He does that. We're gonna trigger both. Some of that. Get our free draw. Now it's a pseudo blocker. Swing 6. That will resolve. He's gonna swing 7. We're gonna counter. And we're happy there. We're very happy with that scenario. He's gonna pitch, go that. We do not care. We already have stage. We just do this. Swing. And then we're gonna swing again. And then on the next turn, we're just gonna drop these two. There is a potential he swings everything into it, which is kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. Or he does that, and we're a-okay with that. Kuzan, you want to use Kuzan effect, draw your card, summon Burgess, yep. Pitch card, heard. Alright, so we're gonna, like I said, we're just gonna do the exact same play what we did. We're just gonna drop these two, which means we have 3 Dawn left over, so we're just gonna swing 9 and swing 8. Probably should have swung 8 first. It is what it is. They run a very, very small 2K counter thing. We can go to his, look here. There's 1. I think I saw another 1, 2, 3, which means he has like 5 or 6 readily available. He probably has 1, which is fine by me. We're just gonna do this and swing. He takes it. We're gonna drop this, and then we're gonna pass. And then next turn, kind of crazy, but honestly, we're probably just gonna, because he's gonna stop this no matter what. So we're gonna go 7-7, see what happens. It leaves us with 6 Dawn left, so we can go 7-7-9. We counter both. If he drops a 10 drop, we're gonna counter 1, and then we're gonna have to eat the other. That's just the unfortunate situation that we're in. No block, eat this. No trigger. No block, pitch this, resolve. Now this is the scenario I was talking about, where we can just out the board immediately. So what we're gonna do is we have 7, 8, we have that much Dawn to play with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here. We're gonna swing 6 here. We are black hole, it's fine. We're just gonna play this just because we gotta get the card advantage. He does that. So now we do this, no effect. We're gonna -4 here, KO this. Bottom deck those two. Swing 6. And next turn we should be able to kill. Yeah. Fantastic. No needed. We just draw. So now we just do the whole, we can swing 6, he has to counter. Swing 6 again. Or no, he didn't do effect, which is nice, but it doesn't solve the scenario that we're in. So, what's the numbers? Swing 6, he counters. Swing 6, so I think we just go swing 7, 7. If he has it, he has it. Alright. 6, 9. So no matter what, this 9 should hit unless it pops our guy. In hindsight, I probably should just attach the 4 here. That's a mistake on my play, but it's fine. Now we just attach 6 down here. And then we swing 9. Should be game. Yep. Alright, so let's see how this deck does into Purple Luffy. He is going first. We're going to look at our hand. While it has some pieces, we got Mulligan. This is not bad. I've seen way worse. But also this is so awkward. But it is what it is. We have this though, which is good. We always want to see it. Just go ahead and drop it. And then we pass. Good chance he just swings 5, go effect. Which if he does, we kind of have to just go ahead and just drop this. Yep. He does that. Does that. This is one of those plays where it's like, it's kind of readable. You always know what they're going to do. The only other play is they swing 8 or they swing 9. They draw Nico Robin, which means they grab the blocker. We're just going to swing 6, make him rip a card, and then we're going to play the blocker. We'll take 1 hit, block another. There's your 2K, and we pass. Pet peeve of mine, I'll always say in any sim game, is when it's kind of like, we know your plays are very textbook. That's pretty good, but not what we want. On the following turn, we go to 8 Dawn. It's not bad. We can swing 8-8, but we don't have like cards in the grave right now, which is why this card, like, as good as it is, it kind of feels like a brick. Cost 2 or less. Thank God I'm not playing cost 2 or less. He kind of played it well. He didn't do anything there, so I can't shit on him there. So we're just gonna swing. He takes it, and then we play this, and then we pass turn. Eight Dawn, so he can go 5, 5, 6, and he can swing 9. So, yeah, we have to do that. We have to take that one, of course. And then he goes that. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Honestly, what's the best thing I could draw here? Honestly, the best card would be Kairos. Kairos blows this board apart. Like, actually dumpsters on it. Because we can pop this, bounce this, and just live with it. Oh my god, we drew it. Alright, now we start playing board. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna go... so we have all the cards we want. So first things first, I would like to swing 6 here, do that. We're going to pitch this. And then we're going to swing 5 into it. Swing 5. And then we go... We can swing another 5 into it. We're going to go here. We are going to play this, and we're going to play this. Do this one first. We're going to rest this. We are going to pop this, bounce that to hand, and then we're going to swing another 5 to this. pitches. If he's gonna red gun me, I need him to pitch at least 2 cards. So that way it's only neutral, but he doesn't. We're kosher here. Now this board is pretty scary. I feel like he kind of has to address it. That where he just has like a bunch of gum gavels, and I don't know why you would do that, buddy. It doesn't really feel that good. We don't have 7, but I can make it 7, and we can swing into these active, and then we keep all these. That's pretty good, honestly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. I think we just counted everything, low key. We do that. Need to load up that graveyard. We're just gonna counter everything. Ooh, wow. That actually changes things. Not really. It's just still better. It's fine if it can't restand. I'm not gonna be upset over that. But we are gonna swing 7 into it. And then we're gonna swing 6 here. We're gonna get some cards. We're gonna pitch this Cavendish. And then I can play this blocker to be a little bit more defensive. Swing another 9. I'm cool if he counters this one with Gum Gavel. It's just more cards that he's not gonna have in hand. And then we're just gonna restand this. And then we're gonna swing 6 here. And then that dies. We're gonna do this, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. You want to keep one of each of these little guys just for Frankie. Then we're gonna attach 8 here. Force that Gum Giant card, or at least as much of it as possible. That Kairos top deck, like I said, like that combo is so degenerately broken. He takes, and then we're just gonna play over this Rebecca. And now we have Gravity Blade, so we can take care of whatever he puts on the board. If he puts out some blockers or potential swingers, we're just gonna Gravity Blade that stuff, and then we're just gonna swing for game. The reason why we do it this way is because, like I said, you gotta play super hard board control. You also gotta fill this up. That's why I don't want to play 2 of this card. It comes up when it comes up, but if your graveyard wasn't loaded, it's not really that good. And now I'm in a situation where I gotta figure out how to make this good. He's gonna rest this. I'm okay with that. Like, even if you swing both at me, oh no, you swing at my board, you load up, I draw a card. We do not care. We do not care. No. Unfortunate, but it's fine. Kairos is pretty good, but like I said, we're going straight for... I mean, sure, buddy. It's just a numbers game, right, at this point? The reason why I didn't block is because ironically I just want bodies to swing with. Swings that. Well, I don't think he has a way to counter all this. Yep, and that is game. So, that is the introduction to this deck. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and you saw the lines that the deck did. I know you never saw the Jozu come up, but it's a one-up. It is what it is. So the pros. It's very consistent. If you see the line, it goes ABC very easily. It plays first, it plays second. Either one does not change how the deck plays. And the pros about this deck is it gives you options. You always have options depending on like what dawn you're at. and being able to play against certain boards. The last pro that I personally have that I really like about it is it plays into any board. The only like concession I'm willing to make with that argument specifically is if you're playing against aggro decks, but outside of that, you can play into any board. You can deal with almost any board at any time if you set up correctly. The cons. This deck is really bad into aggro. I think like Shanks and Zoro, I think just like outpace this deck way too hard. You have to like go first, and you have to see them like if you're playing against Zoro and they're playing the Animal Kingdom Pirates. They don't see the 1-cost event. They have to at least whiff once on their chopper. If they hit twice, it's too. By the time that you get to your 7 Dawn, able to do like the Kairos and all that, they probably already had established 4 bodies that already got in at least 5s and 6s and 7s, and you're pitching too many cards. So like you're probably at 1 life to 2 lives, even if you had the 1 blocker, or even 2 blockers, just because of like how explosive that deck can be. Same with Shanks. Other cons, you struggle with really strong board removal. And by that I mean if they're playing also Usopp in the mirror, if they're able to control your board, it's like, oh well, it is what it is. If they're playing against stuff like yellow, where they're able to go Katakuri, or if they're able to go like purple, how they're able to go Big Mom and they're able to put stuff away, and they decide to starve you, it's really rough, especially because they can just end up taking your life, and they play their high end so strong and so rapidly that it's really hard to like reestablish it while putting up a board. So that's my 2 cons with the deck. I hope you enjoy the tutorial and the introduction to Usopp, and remember, always swing for game.